Going to enable the captions in case anyone needs those. Okay, so exciting. So exciting, so exciting. It is 1:30 on the dot. We're going to go ahead and kick this off. Oh my goodness. Hello to everyone. We have, so many people. I'm not going to read all your names, but as I see them popping up, Diana, Carol, hey, Carol, Melissa, Joanne, Stacy, Patricia, Ann, Castrell, I hope I said that right. Maxine, Karen, yay. Pam, yay. Auntie Pam, Pamela Rowley. Nika, Jeannie, Sonia. Oh my goodness, so many people, so many people. I'm so excited to see you all today. Today is a big, big day, even though it is not 2024 yet. I have not fast forwarded us into a new year. We are so excited to announce the kickoff of the 2024 conference season. So as those of you know who have been in our community for a while the actual conference runs live this year, it'll be March 6th through 9th. We have events every single month. So even if you can't attend the conference for whatever reason, we invite you to always check out the womenandpublishingsummit.com/events page. We have at least one free webinar every single month, a variety of other things happening. We have sponsor webinars each month, which are fantastic because it allows us to share the tools and resources available to us in our community and to get a deeper look at them. Often they teach a really great session going in their webinars. It's just great free content. Yay, Susanna's already signed up for the conference. Whoop, whoop. I am going to share my screen and I have a little presentation for you so that I don't forget any of the key elements that I want to make sure to cover today. And then we'll have some fun and I'll have some time for questions for anyone who has any questions about all the things that I share today. So let me get that going for everyone. Oh, goodness. I have so many things open here. Let me close a few tabs because my computer is really struggling here to keep up with everything. So bear with me 1 second. I should have done that before. All right. Here we go. Here we go. This is helpful. Okay. Now I can share. Maybe. It's so funny. We were having some problems sharing screen the other day, and I was like, you would think that I didn't do this on a daily basis. All right. Okay, I'm going to put this in present mode. If somebody can give me a thumbs up in the chat that you can see that, or a yes or something, so we can make sure everybody can see what I have going on. All right, great. Here we go. Welcome to the 2024 Women in Publishing Summit Conference Year Kickoff Celebration. What are we covering today? I'm going to give it for those of you who are new to our community. I'd love to know, is this your first time learning about the Women in Publishing Summit? Please let me know. I'm going to give you a quick introduction. I'm going to talk about changes for the 2024 conference, talk about our sponsors and offers. Yay, we have new folks. Woo! Upcoming events. We're going to give away a ticket and then we'll move into our webinar with Ingram Spark. So before I get too far into talking about the conference, for those of you who are new, I'm Alexa Bigwarfe. I am the CEO and founder of Write, Publish, Sell, and the Women in Publishing Summit is our conference that falls under that big umbrella. We've got them differently branded, so you'll see me in both places, but Write, Publish, Sell, Women in Publishing Summit, it's all me and my team and all of our partners and collaborators and wonderful people. And this is just the most fun thing that I ever do is this conference because we come together, we really build community, we share resources, we learn, we grow together, and it is just an amazing experience, as hopefully some of our past attendees will tell you. Okay, so a little bit about the Women in Publishing Summit itself. We started this in 2017, was the first year as the Women in Publishing Summit, because I was out there attending a lot of virtual conferences and I didn't see a lot of women and diverse voices being represented in a lot of these conferences. So I decided to fix that by having one that celebrates women's voices and women in the publishing industry and authors, and also the marginalized voices, and trying as best as we can to bring diversity into the sphere as well. We hold it every year in March because that's Women's History Month. What a better way to do that. And we just really want to celebrate the accomplishments and achievements of women and those who identify as women and non-binary voices in the publishing industry. We focus on community growth, education, tools to help you succeed, connections, community, bringing people together with the people that they need, whether that's other authors for author collaborations, whether that's publishers, editors, cover designers, graphic artists, book formatters, marketers, and all these wonderful tools and companies that are out there to help us in our journey. There's a lot to learn and know. It can be isolating. It can be frustrating. We want to do our best to make sure that people are equipped with the knowledge and the tools and the resources and the people to help them. Yay. Okay. Because of the conference last year, I'm in final edit on my book. Suzanne, that is so exciting. Look at y'all, 4th-time attendees. Woo! That's so exciting. I love to hear that. Our goal is to provide a fun and supportive environment where we learn a ton, we support each other, we make the connections we need for growth, we network. I joke, and people have probably heard me say this 50 times, that we could probably just do networking sessions or coffee chats and our attendees would be happy, but we have a lot of opportunities to meet and grow together. This format here is a webinar format where you only get to see me, but in our Zoom rooms in the conference, it's a big blend of meetings where everybody gets to see and engage with each other. So it's a lot of fun and a lot of learning and a lot of forward progress. So for those of you who have been around for a while, I wanted to introduce some big changes that we're making this year. So for the first time, we are not doing any tracks by genres. So it will continue to be a 4-day event, and we continue to follow our general guidelines of day 1 is writing and mindset. Day 2 is routes to production, how to get your book published, finding an editor, working with editors, and cover design, book, those types of things. Then on day 3, we go into marketing, a full day of just marketing topics, and day 4 is business growth. So you're probably wondering, if there's no tracks by genres, then what are those? Dorenda, then what are those tracks? Okay, so we're going to break it up based on feedback that we heard from last year. We want to make sure that authors know where they are, or are choosing the presentations, I should say, based on where they are in the process. So we're going to have a track that's all for beginner and intermediate authors. So everyone who's just learning the process, who's brand new to all of these things, you're going to have a section of content just for you. Then we're going to have one for advanced authors, because we don't want to leave y'all out in the fray. We know we have a lot of people. We've got people that have published more than 60 books that attend this conference, and some, anywhere between 2 and more. You've already published, you're out there marketing your book, or maybe you're writing a new genre, or you're digging deeper into a genre. So we're going to bring you advanced writing courses. We're going to bring you advanced marketing, advanced all the things. So some of these will get a little bit, they'll be a little bit interchangeable, but for the most part, we're trying really hard to make sure that we have content for those advanced authors who don't need the beginning stuff, like how to find an ISBN and which route to publish and all of those things. Then for the first year, we have an official professional track. I am over the moon excited about this. Last year, we dipped our toes in the water with some content for editors, and this year we are going full force ahead with training for the professionals in our audience. So publishers teaching publishers, editors teaching editors, content designed for the professionals in our field. It's going to be great. It's going to be a true professional development opportunity for you to get those type of training. And then we'll have our general track as always, which applies to all of us. Our big sponsor presentations, our big keynote speakers, some motivational and inspirational type things, or just general general content for anyone involved in writing, publishing, and selling books. So I'm so excited about this. I think it's going to really allow people to choose the sessions they need to be in a little bit better. Again, some of these will not be straight tracks. There may be some that kind of, overmingle. Is that a word? I don't know, overlap a little bit. We are deciding this year that because so much of our audience is self-publishing and indie authors, small publishers with small publishing houses, that rather than focus on a big feedback critique session with agents, we are going to change that out with publisher speed dating and some more information on how to connect our authors with publishers and with people who are helping them to get their books published. We will still have information on agents because I think that's very important to make sure that, especially for the new folks who don't know which way they're going yet, it's important to know what the agent process looks like. So we will have some content by agents for you all, but I'm super excited about this publisher speed dating, where we're going to put you in small groups, introduce our publishers to you, and then put you in small groups so that you can actually talk to them and ask questions and get to know the publishers in our community. I am thrilled with this because that is, like I said, that's where most of us will wind up going. And I think this is a good change for the majority of our attendees. And then we've got new sponsors. A lot of our sponsors have come back, which is great because we have incredible sponsors like Ingram Spark and Pro Writing Aid and Abundantly Social and Book Funnel and First Editing and all these PubSite, all these wonderful sponsors who have come back for another year. But we've added new people to the mix too, and they are all ready to support you and have great deals and offers. And we just really want to bring forth the people that are doing the things to move your book forward, move your marketing forward, and provide you ways to access their resources at a bit of a discount, which is always good. We will also be focusing on where these sponsors fall in the mix based on the process. So instead of necessarily on day one, we'll still feature our largest sponsors, but we're also going to have the opportunity for you to meet with our sponsors who offer writing support. On day two, we'll feature the sponsors who offer editing, publishing, all of those types of things. On day three, we'll feature those sponsors who focus marketing or post-launch. And day four, anyone who's in the business growth or doesn't really meet one of those or is basically beyond the launch type sponsors. So one of the biggest feedback that we got from people last year was, these sponsors are amazing. We love what they're doing. We don't know when we need them. We don't know what part of the process, when we should make sure that we get their product and all of that. So we are fixing it with moving to that way as well. Okay. These are our amazing sponsors this year. We hope to be adding more publishers to this list as we go forward. But as you can see, a well-rounded group of amazing sponsors who provide across the spectrum support to authors. And over the next few months, over the next year, actually, we have featured webinars every month. You will get to hear from these sponsors and you will get to learn about them more. You will get to be taught by them. You will see what they're doing and how they're doing and how you can use them, their tools and resources and programs to move forward. You can go at any point in time to womeninpublishingsummit.com/sponsors, check out their offers, check out what they're doing, and their deals and discounts for you. So really excited to add some new sponsors to the lineup this year. We have a printer for the first, like the Lulu's a printer. So I'm sorry, not the printer for the first time, but one who does offset, and a lot of work with the children's book and specialty books. So MCRL, I'm so excited about all of these companies. As you all know, we are we bring forward people and companies that we actually use through our publishing houses, through our work with authors, through my own work as an author. And I can tell you, this is an amazing lineup of companies and supporters. All right, a little bit on what we have coming up. October was wild. It's still October. I feel like I've lived 3 Octobers by now, and it's only the 19th. We had a lot going on in October. We are slowing things down a bit in November because we know all of our novelists, or many of our novelists, will be out there focusing on getting those 50,000 words written through NaNoWriMo, but we still have some events that are coming up to support you in that. The first one is for all of our ticket holders that have tickets by the 24th, we will have our first networking session. We're getting in there. We're going to get to know each other, start building those relationships before the conference, helping each other, supporting each other, giving each other ideas and content, really collaboration and having a great time. So if you want to catch our first networking session, make sure that you get your ticket before the 24th. And I will have a coupon code for those of you today that will be valid until Sunday. So hang on, don't rush right over yet. Let me get to that slide. All right. This is so super exciting, this next one. We are doing an AI for Authors mini conference. We're still in the process of finalizing all of our speakers for the events. We had over 330 mind-blowing submissions for this year's conference, 330, and we have space for about 30 of them. So we noticed that there were some really excellent submissions around the topic of AI. And if you've been following publishing news at all, you know that this is a massive topic. We're taking a little bit of a different swing on it though, and we're really focusing on, well, the first session will go into legal aspects and things like that, but a lot of it is how you can use AI not to write your books, because I'm just going to be very forward right now and say, I do not believe in using AI to write your books. We're writers, write your books. But AI can be amazing in helping you finesse your blurbs and your descriptions. It can be an amazing tool to help you create content for your blog and your newsletters, to do your marketing stuff. So we are going to get into the weeds. We've got 5 big presentations over the course of one day. This is a standalone event, so you don't have to come to the main conference to attend this. It is going to be $47, which for the 5 workshops you're going to get is an incredible deal. And that happens on November 15th. That is already live and up on our website at womenandpublishingsummit.com/events. If you have a ticket, Mary Jo, you would have received an email that said you purchased a ticket. We have only actually marketed tickets up until this point in time to people who attended last year. So you would have received an email saying, get your early bird ticket. And then you should have gotten a reply to that immediately. We just started selling them a few weeks ago, so we haven't been marketing heavily. If you believe you purchased a ticket, you can email us at support@womenandpublishingsummit.com, and we will hop in there and see if we can help you out there. Abundantly Social, coming back to teach us about marketing and the connection with PR. Amy Ravichandran is just high energy and wonderful. She'll have her free webinar on November 16th. Again, you can register at the link above. And in December, right after Pro Writing Aid, but enough of a break that you've taken some time away from your writing, we're going to have Pro Writing Aid come in and talk about self-editing and using Pro Writing Aid to edit your manuscript that you've just written or have been working on. You don't have to have participated in NaNoWriMo to do that. And we will go through Pro Writing Aid. This is also an AI tool, by the way, that helps you self-edit before you go to your editor, so that you can really clean up your manuscript before sending it to your editor. So lots more events. These are just the highlights of what's coming up over the next couple months, and we want to make sure that you are aware of what's happening. All right, as I promised, I have a giveaway to do. One lucky person is going to win a free ticket. If you're not familiar with wheelofnames.com, it does not normally look like this because there's not normally hundreds of names in it. But the cool thing is, this is wonderful for virtual book events and just so much fun. You can load everybody's names in there and it'll put it in this little wheel of names, and you can't see anybody's names right now, but I'm going to hit the go button and it's going to select us a winner. Who's it going to be? Have to be here live. So our winner is Pamela Blake. Are you here? If you're here, shout yes in the chat. I'm going to give her just a second to see if Pamela Blake is here. Pamela, are you here? I'm going to count down. 5, 4, 3, 2. Pamela Blake, 1. Oh, bummer. Okay, well, let's try another one. Good grief. Maybe I shouldn't have put everybody's names in here. We will see. We'll do that. Susie Ross, are you here? Susie Ross, you win a ticket. Woohoo! I love how it like shoots the confetti and gets all excited. All right, Susie, email us at support@womeninpublishing.com and we will get that set up for you. And congratulations, you are our first ticket winner of the conference season. All right. Well, I just sounded a little Oprah-like there. I am not Oprah, as we all can tell. All right. All right, let's see what else we have on here. Okay, for everybody else, tickets are on early bird sales right now. Early bird pricing, the full price of the conference will be $247 by the time we get there. It's currently on sale for $147. And because you're my people and you are here at the kickoff celebration, I'm giving you an extra $25 off until Sunday. One thing to note, if you applied to be a speaker, I know you have not been notified yet. We are working on getting that done by Monday. Don't go buy a ticket yet if you have applied to be a speaker. If by any chance, if you're not selected as a speaker and you still want to purchase a ticket, we will have a special pricing for you. So don't worry about that. But for everybody else who is excited and ready to go and wants to join us in this incredible event, go over to womeninpublishingsummit.com. I made the coupon code super simple to remember. It's just kickoff. That will take another $25 off of the early bird pricing. And we are just absolutely thrilled to get the party started with our networking event next week. All right, I am going to stop this presentation now. We have I can't believe I did that in 20 minutes. I was so worried I was never going to never get through everything that I wanted to tell you. Okay, so we have a few minutes. I imagine, Dion, if you are here already, I'd be surprised because that's really early, but I'm going to look through the participants and hopefully, oh, you are here. Okay, we're going to take just a couple minutes though. I know you weren't ready to pop in right this early and we want to make sure. I know there's a lot of folks who said they were going to come at the 2 o'clock time frame. So we've got a few minutes here for questions. If anybody has any questions about the conference, about anything that's happening, please let me know. There's a Q&A box. That's probably the best way to put it because we do have a lot of folks in here. There's a little Q&A box. Please ask your, oh, I see 3 questions in there. We'll take about 5 minutes for questions. And, oh, Pamela was there. Sorry, Pamela, I never saw you say that you were here, Pamela. But go ahead and email us too, and we'll make sure that you get a ticket as well. So, okay. Thank you, Mrs. Cross, for letting us know that. Okay.
Alexa,
yes, okay.
Let me share my video or turn my video on instead of blocked.
Yeah, I'll bring you in just a second if
Okay,
that's just yeah, yeah, you'll be able to turn it on. Thank you for letting me know about that because I need to make you a co-host. Okay, so we'll do about 5 minutes of questions and then take a short little break, and then we will start the Ingram Spark webinar promptly at 2 o'clock. Okay, questions. Since there's not an emphasis on genre, can you tell us how children's books will fit in? Yes, okay, so that is a great clarification. Our tracks are not emphasized on genre, but our content still is. So we still have amazing content on writing romance or how to write a children's picture book or how to find an illustrator. Or I'm just making, I don't know that all of these are actual topic of conversation, but they are still broken down by very specific. So we still do cover content for every genre. There's still very specific content for nonfiction writers, for fiction writers, for children's book writers, for memoirists, for all of the things. So you will still have all of that content, but instead of us putting it into a channel just for children's book authors, it'll be beginner content. And here's the beginner content for children's book authors. Here's the advanced content, et cetera, et cetera. So we will have the schedule up or the workshops up by the end of next week. So you'll be able to see all of that, but it's still very balanced across all of the type of, you'll still receive the same kind of content that you received in the past years. It's just going to be more focused on where you are in the process. Are you a beginner, intermediate, or are you advanced? So hopefully that makes sense. It is speaker submissions closed a long time ago. We open those up every May and they close in about August. So we are no longer looking for speakers at this point in time. The dates of the conference are March 6th through 9th. It is virtual. It runs in Zoom, but we are live in Zoom. We will be in meeting rooms and we'll be having a great time. Can you share the code with your colleagues? I would prefer you did not share that code simply because that was supposed to be a special benefit to the people who have registered for this webinar and are a part of our community. However, the early bird pricing is still available for everybody. That being said, I'm not going to moderate. I'm not going to go through every single person's name who used the code, but please, just do your best on that one. Is there any other discount for those of you who are in WIP school? WIP school members also received the early bird pricing for our previous attendees. So Felicia, I'll make sure that everybody in WIP school has that information, but yes, you all had a special price. Can you please go over the professional track? The professional track is meant for professionals. So it's not for those people who are like, you are a professional in your world as a health coach or whatever. This is publishing industry professionals. So we'll have content for publishers. We'll have content for editors. We'll have content for that pertains to people building businesses in the publishing industry. Okay, so poetry. I don't have a lot of content on poetry, but I am pleased to announce that for the first time, we actually do have a session for poets, a good session for poets. We've seen more and more poets come in, so there will be one specific to poetry, but because that is a very, very small part of our audience, we don't have a lot, but we wanted to make sure there was something for the poets in the group. Okay, if you think you have registered and aren't sure, I would ask you to go do a search of your inbox for support@womeninpublishingsummit.com. There will be an email that says something like, congratulations, you've registered, or your information about the Women in Publishing Summit ticket. If you can't find that, just shoot us an email at support@womeninpublishingsummit.com and we will double check. Will there be anything for historical novel writers? Pam, do you remember that? Pam was on my selection committee. I can't remember off the top of my head if we have any writing craft on historical, but we will let you know as soon as the schedule is finalized and done. Okay. No, for those of you who received the special early bird pricing for previous ticket holders, that was the lowest price it will ever be. Now it's $147 and this $25 takes off of that. And I see several of you are having a problem entering the coupon code. So as soon as we get Dion started with the Ingram Spark webinar, I'll go over and make sure that that field is enabled. I apologize about that. It used to be an automatic thing, and now I think you have to extra add it. So I'll take care of that in a second. Just remember the code is Kickoff, and we'll give that a shot in a second here. But there should be, when it's fixed and set up, there will be a little place right under the price thing on the right-hand side that that will say enter coupon code. So I'll adjust that and make sure that is good to go. So just again, if you have purchased a ticket up until now, you got it at a price that's even better than the $25 off for everybody who attended the conference last year. So, okay. All righty. Where do we enter? I got that one. We are good. All right. We are going to stop this presentation now. Dion, if you want to come on up and